I bet you won't have heard of most of the cases I'm about to tell you because it doesn't make good press for mayors and governors because they don't want you to think that their chosen popular causes leave gaps in public safety. It's all about the campaign. Maybe if public safety had a flag or a pin, some of the following people would still be alive. Brianna Kupfer, unalived while she was working alone in a furniture store not far from where I live. Her attacker had an extensive rap sheet in multiple states. This is Mary Kay Maltos. She was pushed into the path of a moving train and unalived by a transient homeless man with outstanding warrants. He was only given 2 years for the death of Mary Kay, but it seems he wasn't supposed to be here, and now is in custody with ICE. In this incident, a dog, 15 years old, kicked so hard it died from its injuries. The attacker also assaulted someone with a glass bottle. 2 ladies, one whose dream was to move by the Venice Canal, Sarah Alden and Mary Klein. Sarah Alden was so and I sometimes get a stutter or a shake. Sarah Alden was so brutally SA'd that by the end of it, she was brain dead and just left for dead at the Venice canals. The attempt was made on the next lady who did survive and is actually suing the city of Los Angeles for $5 million because of the approach to crime in this city where I live also. I myself have had to stand and testify in criminal court because of the crime that gave me PTSD. So, Mary Klein, I'll stand by you anytime. All of the ones I just told you, literally around Los Angeles. And with Irina, they say that the assailant, who was homeless, had a rap sheet with 14 arrests. Well, I looked at this website and there seemed to be 16 incidents, and I wondered if the number 14 came just because the default search on the page is 14. I don't know, but there are 16 incidents. The irony of the homeless violence is that the sheen a politician gets on their feathers to fight for a homeless person to stay on the streets is not only endangering the public, but the homeless themselves, who often fall prey to homicides within their own unhoused community. But I guess it looks good with voters. By the way, in Los Angeles, over 50% of fires are started by homeless individuals, and despite the need for, therefore, more support for the LA Fire Department, Mayor of Los Angeles defunded the fire department $17 million. It was actually more than that. In fact, the fire department was at the very bottom of her list of priorities, which is probably why a firefighter told me that the fire department feels very demoralized. Who knows? Maybe if the fire department hadn't been defunded $17 million, Palisades and Altadena might have had a little more support instead of 100 trucks left broken on a lot. I am so sorry about what happened to Irina and all of these people. And I'm sorry the homeless people found themselves in these positions and their lives have taken them these wayward journeys. But who is accountable? Mary Klein is suing the city of Los Angeles because they failed her. All of these people, in my opinion, have been failed by their city and the way the city has been handled. How many lives have been lost because public safety wasn't prioritized? So, ladies, my message is clear. You're vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. We can talk about equality to the end of days. But in most cases, a man will overpower a woman. I know this. So, save the preaching. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the comments. Take care.